Welcome back. Welcome back to Kamisha Reviews. Hit that like button and subscribe. Let's get ready for a good show. It is 2024. New year and new things. Let's go. All right, guys. Welcome back to Kamisha Reviews. Hello to everybody on Facebook group, Twitch, and everybody that is on X, Twitter, whatever, and everybody who's live with me on Instagram. Now, I don't even know who's going to come through for the panel, but I see my day one. Okay, my niecey poo is here, period, for me. Credit, flowers. Hey, Pookie. Hey, Lee, how you doing? Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can. You sound great, too. Ooh, good. No background.
Okay.
Oh, hey. What's going on, Baba Doo? Let's get into this episode. I want to start this time. Go ahead and give me a quick recap. Then we'll get into the fashion. So go ahead and give me a recap.
Okay, so this is the episode that the girls choose if they gonna stay with they gonna keep their keeper or they gonna not. So basically Ashley chooses Donald, Bernicia chooses herself, Sharice chooses Maurice, and unfortunately Zadia chooses Cam. And that's basically it. I mean, it was only like 30 minutes and then it goes into
It really
like
was
so it really wasn't like
a
it
full
really,
episode.
yeah, it wasn't a full episode. Okay.
What did you? I want to ask you a question. So, wait a minute. First of all, Reddit is in the house. Shout out to Reddit. There is a Reddit. They have a whole thread where they talk about make a move. And so I'm shouting them out. Guys,
Hi,
hit the
Reddit.
clip. Hey, Reddit. Welcome to the panel. Welcome. My girl, Haitian Empress is here. I missed you last weekend. What's up, okay? What is
Oh,
going on, Jamila Joe? Hey, Dina.
I see
Okay.
my mama. I see my mama in the chat. Hi, mama.
Yes, she was first person, period. Okay, as always. So for right now, it's just me, my girl, what you know, Stacey B and Mod, or maybe even Simone or Carmen should be coming through later. But we're gonna get into it. I want to start, and I call this like the red carpet. We're gonna talk about these fashions. You tell me what you
Hmm.
think about the dress. We're gonna start with Miss Bernicia. This is the
Um,
front.
we talking about the reunion dress or the choosing
Yes,
dress?
the
Oh,
reunion.
okay. So I really liked Vernicia's dress. I liked actually all of their dresses. Shout out to Ashley because the dress that Ashley is wearing is the dress that I'm wearing to the New Year's Eve party tomorrow. So we got the same taste.
Ew. So you did like everyone's dress.
Yes, yeah, that actually. Let me zoom in. I was zooming in on it. Yeah, it's a little bit different, but it's looked the same.
And this is Sharice's dress.
Yeah,
Uh, what that supposed to mean? I like the white.
yeah. I just how my stance on Sharice still is the same. It don't matter what kind of dress she got on. So there's that. Okay,
Well,
where's
I
my lip
love the
chat?
way I love the way that Bernice's dress kind of flows in the front. I don't know when you can really see it when she's walking with Sharice. I just really loved her outfit or whatever. I don't know, but yeah, I agree. Everybody looked good. I felt like everybody brought it. So we're going to just jump into the reunion because before we get there, let me say this now. What I'm going to say about the final choosing, okay, and you can tell me how you feel about that also.
Uh
So
huh.
with the final choosing, girl, they dragged it out. 30 minutes with the ooh and the all and dramatic sound effect. Like, come on, y'all, just who you gonna choose to be done with it. But
Hmm.
when Vernisha chose herself, I knew she was when she said, "My heart isn't funny." I knew it. What did you think?
I agree. I definitely agree. Hold on, I'm trying to put on some lip gloss. Okay. I agree that but the things that she was upset with Tabari about was minor things because he said it. Communication goes both ways, but if you're
Mm-hmm.
the one that's constantly reaching out and he ain't responding, then I can understand that. But if he is responding, she acting like this man ain't got no full-time job. Like there's times where, and my mom in the comments, so she know. There's times where, like the Netflix is under my name, but all the family members got access to it. So there's times where she is trying to get. There's times where she's trying to get into Netflix, and I'm like in a meeting or something, and I ain't at my phone. Or
Right.
okay, I'm gonna get to when I see it. The point of a text message is I'm gonna answer it when I can, not answer it when you send it. That's the point of a phone call. I want you to
Okay,
answer the phone right now. A text message, I'm gonna get to it when I get to it. If that makes any
gotcha.
sense.
No, that does, it does. But I think for Nisha, that's what she wants, and for that reason, I'm not going to say anything bad about that because the fact that she wants what she wants from her man. And so I'm not gonna be a hater of that. At the same time, I do understand what was the background music. I understand what you're saying um about her and text messaging and phone calls because people do get text messages and phone calls, misconstrued. There have been times, and women have done it, and I know people who've done it also, where it's like, if you don't text me back in a certain time frame, you're doing something wrong or you're ignoring me. And I think for women, we should try to let go of that. If the man's going to cheat on you or do you wrong, it's going to happen no matter what you do. It's just going to happen point blank, period. So my thing is, yes, they don't respond to you maybe 4 to 5 hours, but he said in the message, remember he said, I did text you. It probably wasn't in the time frame that she wanted it to be, but he did text her. And that's my whole thing. If he didn't text her at all, I can say, okay. But I'm like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so I'm with you on that. So Vanessa chose herself. Um, Charisse chose Maurice, like you were saying. I felt like Charisse should have chose Maurice. I did. I think Ashley should not have chose Donald. And well, she kind of didn't. She chose friendship, I guess. Whatever, like she chose friendship instead, which is fine. But what did you feel about Ashley's decision, Lee?
I felt like she should have chose herself because she got some stuff that she still needs to work out within herself versus that's going to be a trauma relationship. That's what I got on that.
Damn, not. I'm gonna spit out my drink.
Because let's
I was like, damn.
let's think about it. He said, "Ain't this the same dude that said that he ain't had a successful relationship in like 10 years, and he was married, and everything after that it was the other person's
Yeah.
fault?" Okay, so why over the last 10 years you didn't think to look within yourself to see if you was actually the problem?
Mm,
How is it?
wow.
How is it the other person's? How this is why I tell. This is why I tell men come healed. Don't come over here with your past trauma relationship shit. Come healed, because I ain't no peacemaker over here. I'm not gonna be your peace. I'm gonna be a problem because I'm gonna hold you accountable for your shit.
First of all, not come peaceful, but I do understand what you're saying with that. No, 100% I do. Because you don't want to take on so much of somebody else's situation. Even though if you're in a relationship, you're going to have to work that out anyway. But at the age I am now, I'm not trying to take on a whole bunch of problems at the age. I'm almost 48. So I'm not doing all that. So moving on to the reunion, because they really wanted to me, I felt like they really wanted to be a reunion show episode tonight, but they had to wrap it up with the finale. They should have had a finale last week, and tonight should have been the reunion. Now, I got a lot of complaints under my post about the reunion. A lot. People were not happy with the 30-minute episode and then the reunion. People weren't fans of that. People in
Yeah.
the comments sound off. Let me know if y'all fans of that or not. I put in the poll. Did you like that or you did not like that? Lee.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, baby. I said,
Okay.
did you like that or not?
No, I didn't. I didn't. Well, you know what? I did like it because I was ready for it to be over because they just drug it out for so long. So because they drug it out for so long, I was just ready for it to be over. the I was okay with it being 30 minutes and then the reunion, but it looked like there's going to be a part 2 of the reunion. So I'm kind of not understanding why they just didn't let it be a 30-minute episode of the finale and then just gave us a week for then gave us a week with the reunion. That's what I don't understand.
So to me, I feel like the ball was dropped somewhere. I feel like the reason why I feel like a ball was dropped somewhere, Lee, is because, bro, y'all did a 30-minute episode of the finale. This is the finale episode. So if nothing else, we're supposed to get a full hour, 40 minutes, whatever it is, of the finale episode. My thing is, why are we getting this little 30-minute half Kool-Aid smile looking ass? you know what I'm saying,
Uh-uh.
finale, and then we get the whole reunion and then another part after that. To me, this reunion should not been two parts. I mean, I'm sorry. This should have been
Well,
one part. Come
they
on, come
may
on.
they may not have they well not they may not have they did not have enough content to give us a full hour of the finale. That's why it was 30 minutes.
Bro,
They did.
I get that. You know what, Lee? Okay, I'm with you on that. Okay, somebody say Hood Productions in the chat. Not ghetto Hood Productions. Okay, okay, period. Okay, yes. Lee Smart. They probably did not have enough content for that. But my thing is this: then you should have combined. Hey Monique, they should have combined the 30-minute episode with last week. They should have made it an hour and a half. Am I wrong or right? They could have made it an hour and a half episode, and they could have had the full episode to me of the reunion tonight. All of it. They didn't need a part two. To me, whoever producing this, no ma'am, y'all should have did okay. Big finale night. We're gonna have an hour and a half, and then tonight should have been the reunion. It didn't make any sense. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I understood why they did it because they didn't have enough content to do it. So they had to do it that way, but it shouldn't have been two parts. So now we just gonna get another 30 minutes. We're gonna get another 30 minutes.
Look, Monique say 10 minutes, I choose you, and then into the reunion. I mean, look, I said, oh my God. They might
Well,
as well
that
just said this literally was a reunion. Go ahead. What you
yeah,
say, Mom?
yeah, I mean, I agree with what Monique said, but that's a true statement. That's right.
It doesn't make. Let me be a producer because y'all know that's my next step anyway in my journey of what I'm doing. So let's go ahead and get into this get a reunion. Jesus help. So Tamika, look, Tamika was on fire. Her haircut was cute. Let me say that. But Tamika was on fire tonight. I don't know. If she felt the way during the season. I do not know. I'm telling you. But baby, when she called, and I hate to jump like a head, but when she called Zadia a liar, I died. I said, "Go shit."
Child. Okay, so um I knew we was gonna get into that or that was gonna come up. So yes, Zadia did technically lie, but she I mean, I ain't gonna say they gave her no choice, but she left. Like okay, there was the rules was no men could be in the house. Not I had to be home at 10 o'clock like you, my mama. So wherever she went or whatever she did, wherever she was that was not in regards to the house, she ain't break no rules. So Sharice throwing shade and being nasty towards I had to get up out of my bed at 7 o'clock this morning to open the door for somebody. Well, you wouldn't have to open the fucking door if you wasn't setting all these strict rules like you everybody's mama in the
Okay.
house.
I get it. Okay, hold on. Let me play devil's advocate. So my thing is, I'm with Tamika and what's the girl name? I can never say her name correctly. I won't mispronounce it.
Veronisha.
Uh, no. The two hosts when they
Oh,
both actually went to her and said, "Why did you lie?" And so to me, like all of us said there was no reason to lie. You guys are all adults. I don't give a damn if she was intimate, not intimate, had a conversation, sat on Cam's porch for 24 hours. That is her business. Point blank. Period. She's an adult. But when the question is asked, you could have said, "I'm not going to answer it because it's my business." You know what I'm saying? Something like that, instead of just lying. Do you understand what I'm saying? To
yeah.
me, I wouldn't have lied about it. I would have said, "That's my business. It ain't yours." Or whatever, but I wouldn't have lied about it. I'm sorry. I'm like 47 years old. I'm not lying about that. If we stayed up and sat up and drank coffee all night and drank all night and didn't do nothing, I would have said it. But that's me. For her, I
Mm.
wish she wouldn't have lied because it looked crazy and it gives a narrative that she's lying. So she ended up saying yes. So on the reunion, you end up saying yes, you was there? Girl, what? I don't understand it.
Well, she didn't say that she was at his house. She just said that they talked all night, which was that was the narrative that was already that was well no, she said that she went for a run. I'm sorry. That was the narrative that she was trying to uphold. I don't know. I don't know. Girl, I don't know. I just wish that she would have just I just wish that she would have not just she would have just said, yeah, I was with Cam, but it don't matter. Like that's it.
Because it does, because it didn't, to me, it didn't really matter to me. Whether she was with Cam, had a I didn't look at it no kind of way. I only looked at it, and everybody else did, when she lied. Baby, when I tell you Tamika was throwing so much shade, when she said, you guys, how was everything? Let's jump into the sisterhood when there was a fracture. Tamika was throwing so much shade, but it was, I don't know why I was there for it. I really was. Because I know in the beginning they talked about, the little thing they went through, how they got together, this journey. My thing is in the beginning of the episode, even production showing shade, because y'all are sitting here showing the unity, the beautifulness of the sisterhood, the sister pants and all the things, and then gonna bust up and say, show Sharice going in. Now, what I want to ask you is Sharice felt like they were bullying her. Now, did she specifically say Ashley? I went back and watched
She
it
said
again.
y'all, and when when you say y'all, that is as a
Okay.
collective. But my whole thing is this: when
Mhm.
you project your insecurities onto other people, or you project the shit that you doing onto other people to make yourself feel less guilty.
You
I
are you
do.
talking about Ashley or are you talking
No, I'm
about
talking about
Sharice?
Sharice because
Okay.
I every time when somebody was in the process of holding her accountable for her fucked up ass actions, I don't want to talk. I don't need to talk about. I don't have to deal with this. I want to leave. Now you want to leave because somebody holding you accountable for all the fucked up shit that you was doing. You guys didn't include me in anything. Why should we? Why? Because
Okay.
you are not taking responsibility on your action. And then she had the nerve to bring up, well, when we were in the kitchen, you mean when you was attacking Zadia? You mean that kitchen episode? Because Zadia sat there quiet.
She did.
Now I wasn't on the
Zadia did
panel.
set the choir. No, no,
I
you
wasn't.
weren't,
I,
but
I
mhm.
wasn't on the panel that day, but I did watch the episode. And you attacked Zadia, but everybody was I felt attacked. Everybody is attacking me when you was doing the attacking. So when Ashley said a friend, sometimes friends check friends, that's exactly what she needed to, that she needed a check because you were being rude.
She was being rude the whole panel. I mean, not panel, I'm sorry, the reunion. I'm going to say this because the whole time when they were trying to speak, I actually wanted to hear what Zadia had to say. But I felt like, I'm like, Sharice, what you doing? Because now it's looking like you trying to stop her from saying something. Every time she spoke over her, she spoke over her to the point where Tamika was like, girl, I do want to hear what she has to say, then you can speak. Then she was like, well, I don't want to hear what you got to say. But mama, that's not how that works. You're sitting here on a panel with other women. Yes, you're irritated, but then you have to also watch. She got so pissed off, she came in hot. She did. She was already mad. So when she sat there, she was going off. And so when Ashley even initiative jumped in and was like, no, ma'am, we did not bully you. So I wanted to ask if you heard her say y'all. She said, y'all were bullying me. That is a collective. People are sitting in front of me. We know you're not talking about Tamika and the host. So you obviously talking about us. And I don't we never saw Ashley and Vernisha check Zadia really, but we didn't see them check Sharice either. We didn't see those things. So with them saying that, Sharice, we didn't see that. So for bullying is a very, very strong word. You cannot put that out there. And for all we saw visually, Zadia was sitting quiet, and baby, you were going in. So let's keep it real. Let's keep it real and have a conversation. You know
Well,
what I'm saying?
what they say, a hit dog will holler. When she said that you kissed LJ and she got all defensive, a hit dog will holler.
Look, and look, even Ashley, girl, when Ashley was going in, I was like, oh shit, I have to agree with Ashley on this. I had to agree
I
with
agree.
Ashley. Ashley was like, you're doing too much right now. You need to calm down.
You doing too much, far too much for somebody. I feel bullied. What Zadia said was with Sharice that she felt that some of the things that Sharice did was bully-ish, which it was, which I've said every time that she was being rude. And I don't want to hear that. First of all, you too damn grown to be talking about something. I've been hurt by other women. Fuck that shit. Go to see a therapist and heal and go find you some new friends or something. Like, don't be taking it out on people. Y'all had to live in the house, what, 6 weeks? 5, 6 weeks, a month and a half, or whatever, and you out here bullying people. Get off my TV.
Well, see, for me, I'm gonna be honest as far as Sharice. Everybody knows my history with Sharice. Sharice got really mad at me when I posted and I revealed to the whole world that she had the incident with that man on her car. And I felt like with this season, it was like, and I said it before to you, Lee, behind the scenes, and they even said it to Stacey B. I felt like, I did look at Sharice differently in a positive way.
I
In the
did.
beginning, okay, ma'am, in the beginning of the season, but Sharice, I said before the season started, and I think you might have said this, Lee, I'm not for sure, that I was hoping to see something other than what we saw on Ready to Love with your reaction of getting into it with somebody on the show. You know what I'm saying? So that was something I did not want to see because I knew it was only going to be the three of them in the house, or wherever, however many of them in the house, and there was no other people competing with. They're having their own dates. So I was like, there should be no reason for conflict, but unfortunately, there was. And Zadia, I have to give her flowers because I thought Zadia was going to be the problem child. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to keep it real. I thought it was going to be Zadia was going to be going in and crazy. And, it was refreshing. She didn't do all that. Now, mind you, there's editing. I know people going to say there's editing. I get all that. But she didn't exude that. She already knows. She's coming from a season where she smushed a man in the freaking face. So she was coming on him moving a certain way. And I 100% get it. Charisse came from a season where she was the one that everybody felt like was the bad guy. So I felt like when she came on here, she was going to, exude something different. Unfortunately, we saw some of the same things. Okay. I don't know. What do you think?
Thank you. Um, Sorry, I was getting out the Uber. Can you say it one more time?
No, I'm to sum it up. I pretty much said that Zadia to me came from a season where she smushed somebody in the face. She came to a season she changed herself. How she, people were looking at her. And I felt like Charisse came from a season where with the accident, the car accident, and then people thought she got into it with the men in the house, all that stuff, and in the reunion. And so now I want to see something different of her in the house. I did not see that much different. She was still in conflict. So, what do you think, Lee? Can y'all still hear me? Let me make sure. Everybody in the chat, let me know. Can y'all still hear me? Because I can't hear Liz. I'm not sure if her speaker.
You
Okay,
cut
there we
it.
go.
You cut in and out. You cut. I didn't hear anything that you said after shining a new light on Zadia.
Well, that might. Okay, chat. Can you guys hear me? Because everything on my screen everything is working real good. I got a new router. Everything is green over here. Demeter said Zadia did really good with her reactions. So Lee, just tell me how you felt about Zadia and Sharice before, and how do you feel about them now coming to the house? We'll do that.
Sharice was still the same in my opinion, and I am very proud of the growth that Zadia did because she went from pushing somebody in the forehead to not.
Exactly. So there was a growth, in my opinion. Again, I'm gonna say this. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna hear there was a lot of editing, a lot of things that we did miss. I'm pretty sure it's gonna come up or whatever. But as far as you know, Sharice getting so upset, I really, really, really wish she did not do that on the reunion, especially because even if it wasn't true, people are gonna believe it after the episode, after the reunion. They're going to believe whatever comes out. You understand what I'm saying? Even if
Yeah,
there
I hear
was,
you.
if anything, well, I know how you feel about it, baby. I'm just saying, not the forehead part. I'm saying that regardless of what, if there was editing and something we did not see, it doesn't matter at this point. The audience is going to go by what we saw last night. And Sharice interrupting Zadia and all the things. But Tamika has smoke for everybody, like I said, because she did come to Zadia and asked her why she lied. She came with Sharice for the same, came with Sharice. But the whole thing with her going to Ashley, Vernisha said a little bit, because Vernisha probably want to be part of it. But she said, no, man, we did not do that. Vernisha said we didn't bully you. And so did Ashley. So, and I get what her saying about the girls, but she's taking stuff that happened to her in her real life, Ready to Love, and she brought it to New Orleans, in my opinion. And she put all of that on the girls that were in the house who were trying to actually, in my opinion, create a sisterhood. I don't know.
Yeah, without Sharice.
But, so okay, so one of the questions that asked them, and I want you to answer this yourself, watching it and do a commentary about it. They asked the girls if they felt like it was a difference, and some of them said that it's easier than Ready to Love. What did you think about that when they said that? Was like interesting.
Well, let's see. The ladies, you know, I guess it was like the shoe was on the other foot. Like we wait for men to ask us out on dates, or we always going out on dates with men, where they were able to pick and choose who they wanted to go out on dates with. So I feel like maybe it was a little bit easier simply because they were able to pick and choose who they was going out on dates with.
Yes, and I also feel like that the different dates compared to Ready to Love is 100% different. So I do understand what they're saying. To me, they saved all the sauce and things and the juiciness of the roux of the gravy. They said it for the next episode because the next episode
Not
is
the
going to
root
be
and the
instant.
gravy.
Yes. Hey, Stacey B, I feel like they saved it for the
And
room. Anyway, hey, Stacey. Hello, can y'all hear me?
Hey, hey,
Okay, no,
y'all.
no. I thought my
Hey,
thing was tripping. Ooh. Hey, Stacey B. We were talking about, well, I want to ask her this too.
I can't find my mic. I can't find nothing. I'm so sorry if I sound crazy.
I am a cook, Monique. No, you do not sound crazy. I know what you said. That sound different, but not bad or anything. So, Stacey B, I mean, I do want to ask about the stuff we talked about before, but I want to ask you really quick about Ready to Love in this show. They asked them a good question, which is easier, Ready to Love or this show? And some said this show was easier. Do you agree? Even though you weren't on the show, the premise and everything they went through, but you was on Ready to Love. Do you agree?
Wait, repeat that. Do I agree that what was easier?
They
What
said
part of that?
they said that I'm sorry. They said this show was easier than Ready to Love.
Who said
I
that?
think a couple of it. Bernicia said it. I think Sharice was the only one that didn't agree with it, but everybody else did.
Um, I'm sure when you can have your pickings and when you only have three other women to be concerned about and you have your pickings out of 25 men, that I guess it would seem a little more simple to pick and choose what you like, but it's not the reality of our dating world.
Period.
Or or maybe it is. I mean, it's just not, Tamika did a good job. It was very controlled and, it was
Hmm.
good having a matchmaker there, which I can see why Vernisha would say that because it helps you like weed out, you know,
Right. That makes sense
things
too.
that might not be good for you. I think that in fairness for the guys, based on what we've all heard them say, they thought the premise of the show would be more in alignment with what we've usually seen from Ray to Love with the 10 and 10. So I think that it was probably a little more difficult for the guys, from their vantage point. I'm sure they would have liked more time to get out who they really were. So in that regard, I feel like they were all kind of cheated because there's probably some really great guys in the mix. And for whatever reason, they were just like, passed over. And we didn't even, as viewers, we didn't even get to see who they were. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's a very good point, Stacey. Oh my God, that's a very good point. That is very true. I do feel like the guys had a disadvantage because of what they said here when they came to the panel. A lot of the guys seemed kind of, if you listen to the guys when they talk, they sounded frustrated. They didn't think the show was this way, they thought it was this way. We talked about what's the guy that was drinking Mazel. We said that we felt like that maybe he didn't know what was happening, that he was able to go after Vernicia if that was the case. It's a lot that that we felt like there was questions about that as well. But
Well, we
um
gonna leave. We gonna leave little Vesty Mizell alone because you know, word on the street, because you know that New Orleans street is a rather short street, honey, and it don't matter if I'm in Houston or not. But when you got your ear to the ground, you kind of hear some things. But Mizell, he he was pretty true to form,
okay.
from what I understand,
Gotcha.
allegedly.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. That was a little tear right there. Okay, right there. Stay side. Thank you, ma'am, for that. But I want to ask you also, Stacey, about the reunion, how it was 30 minutes. Girl, everybody's complaining about it in my comments that it is 30 minutes. They did a little episode and then a reunion. I said they should have had an hour and a half episode, the finale. Finales normally go over an hour anyway, and then have the reunion today. What did you think about it?
Well, again, I do agree. I would have liked for, and remember, I just kind of caught this show today, so I didn't get done with reunion, but I didn't see all 25 guys who were along in the process. It's not surprising because like the last episode, like I felt like it would have been better if the last episode, how they carried it about, would have been like merged into the reunion. Like you get to the reunion and you find out whether you chose or not. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I
Because
like that.
because the first 30 minutes was kind of uneventful. We could have picked it, and we knew what was going to happen from what we could see. You know, it wasn't. I felt like it would have probably been a little more interesting, like we on the edge of our seats, like at the reunion, and where, you know, it's more of a controlled environment. So like, whereas we probably would have wanted to hear a little bit more from Tabari, or seen he and Vernisha have a longer conversation, but the way that it was structured, they weren't able to do so. And I'm sure I would have liked to hear like a lot more of them going, you know, like maybe, or if the reunion happened in one more episode, like half of it was getting chosen, then the half of it was, I don't know, strategically, like how they would be able to do it, but like going to DC or to Atlanta, or, you know, or Miami, and filming them with them there and then doing the episode.
Okay, what I want to ask you too, and I forgot to ask you this, Lee, as well, but I want to ask Stacey first. Tabari, I felt really bad watching Tabari. I had a mixed emotions about that. I felt like Tabari thought, I really feel like he cared about Vernisha, and I might be wrong. I really felt like he cared about Vernisha, and I really thought Tabari thought she's going to, you know, choose me. I had a feeling she wasn't, just by just how they set it up, the scene, but I really felt like he thought he was going to be chosen, and he was hurt by it. And I saw the comments that she was making. Well, I thought he was going to follow me to the door. All these things. I'm like, girl, she just told him that y'all not going to do anything, because she kept bringing up the joke thing. And I want to know your thoughts about that.
Well,
Stacey.
I mean, Tabari is not, he's playful. I guess he kind of reminds me of myself sometimes, or maybe just us from down there. You know, like sometimes when you have your hands in so many pots and your day is so serious, as with what his is in his career and the businesses he owns and operates, sometimes you need a partner to bring out that jovial side of you. And I just felt like, I mean, I felt like that's not a reason to cancel somebody. I feel like Vernisha really liked him as a friend. And I think that it was probably like a safe way of saying, you know, whatever. But he's not a class clown or anything by any means. He's a very serious businessman. Like his reputation precedes him.
So, Lee, what'd you think about the Tabari? I forgot to ask you about that too, Lee. You there? Oh,
Yep, I'm here. Her telling her expecting for him to follow her after she like basically broke up with him is wild.
yeah, that part to me was pretty. I don't know. I don't know what she wanted him to do, because you know, he looked so hurt. Somebody in the chat, Stacey said, Monique said that Tabari should not have introduced Vernisha to his mom. That's why he was hurt. What do you think?
I think that's a part of it, because like at that point when somebody is introducing you to their family, like, you know, like voluntarily, like it's not part of the script, you know, like it's want to bring.
Did she go out? Did she go out, Lee? Okay, okay. But I also agree with Stacey said. Oh, Stacey, actually, I agree with pretty much everything Stacey said since she's come on here. It's been really good insight to the show. But I really feel like that. Hey, Apple, hey, everybody coming to the chat. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe. Welcome all the new members. If you have not joined the membership, hit that join button really quick. Hit that like button and subscribe. Please do not forget to hit that like button as you come in, please. All right. And don't forget to join the membership if you are new. Anyway, no, I don't know. I just, yeah, the notifications are crazy. Apple, they crazy. But I don't know. I just feel like that Vernisha was not going to choose that man, period. I just don't think she's going to choose him. That's just how I feel about it. I think that
I felt like
she entertained it.
I felt like she was trying to find a reason not to pick him.
You think so? Why do you say that?
Because like all of the she was like the biggest thing is like communication, and he said it go both ways. But the next thing is like she couldn't say nothing else what was wrong with him. He was really good at dates. He was listening, paid attention, all of those good things. But I think she was just looking for something to be wrong with him so she didn't have to pick him.
What do you think about? And I hate Stacey left, but I'm gonna ask you this too about the Cam situation. I know how you feel about the Cam situation, but I really wish that Zalia wouldn't have chose Cam,
Yep.
especially after that last episode. The
Yep.
last episode, he was like, maybe down the line. Down the line? You tell me this the day before we do a decision day? Down the line? I don't know. I don't know. In my opinion, mama, you baby, it's like real loud where you is. Uh, I literally feel like that she should not have chosen Cam. I think Zadia, it's her decision. She's an adult, of course, obviously. But to me, Cam gave too many signals to say, my business is a priority. I don't have a lot of time for you. He has said that throughout this whole entire process. Like he didn't hide it, he didn't deny it or anything. He was to me, one thing I'm going to give Cam is that Cam was extremely vocal about how he felt. He said, I don't have time for you. Choose another man. He said that at one point in time. So I just don't understand. Monique say Cam is working with a monster because Zadia is in love. Stacey B, you here, baby?
Yes, I'm here. I'm sorry about that.
Okay. No, you good, mama. What do you think about the Cam situation with her choosing him? Even though the last episode that man told her maybe down the line. I'm like, oh my God.
Well, I mean, I think it was very tough. Okay, so one thing about Vernisha that I will say is that when she's like giving a little advice to someone, like she's giving valuable advice. Like in the moments where you saw Charisse and Ashley saying, "Oh, I think she's gonna, leave with him." Vernisha was like, "I don't know," because she had discernment, right? And it seems like it's the same discernment that Zadia doesn't seems to not have at this moment. People do things. I mean, we've all been that girl who, I mean, maybe not all of us, but I know I have been when we have knowingly, deliberately ignored the red flags and we just saw them as maybe like an off red, maybe not a stop, but just like
not an Alfred.
maybe not a stop, but just like a show caution. We've seen Cam from 50 Ways from Sunday say that he is not ready for a relationship with her. He has given every excuse. We can be friends, we can do this, we can do that, we can be everything, but I'm not ready to go full on with you. So I think that Charisse is 100% right in that Zadia is, from what we can see, because I don't know what goes on behind the scenes, that she is settling, she's opting to be chose when she is the one with the power and she's like given a huge concession to him in a past and just giving it to him without him even saying like, this is for sure what I want. It's crazy to me.
Do you think, Stacey, somebody said to me last week they felt like it was like he's just trying to be on TV. And I really go back and forth about that. He doesn't give me that type, but I don't know. He may be just hiding it very well. What do you think?
No, he doesn't give me, oh, I'm just trying to be on
Right.
TV. I'm just trying to be seen. He gives me, what a lot of guys give. Gray area. Shit. We've been there.
Right. Stacey's mind is bad. Lord Jesus. But no, you're right. And every woman can even have said, hey, Ray Mel, every woman can say that they have been there and done that to a certain degree, where they all the layers are even at, to be honest. I feel like that Charisse and Maurice, out of all the couples, was the one I felt like was the one to go to, like legit, I felt like was an organic connection there.
Absolutely. As long as they ain't nowhere, I love me some Charisse now. As long as my girl don't go to no shade, Miss Stein. As long as they ain't at a restaurant where she got to carry the conversation, they gonna be all right. But the
Lord
other
have
thing,
mercy.
because Maurice, once he start eating and savoring that food, Lord, ain't nobody about to say nothing. He
I
ain't
know,
about
right?
no conversation. But what I was gonna say about the Cam thing is, and before everybody like just go ham on Cam, like he for the streets, and he a F boy, whatever everybody want to say about him.
And is.
Remember, the guys did not know they were the ones to be chose. I know they didn't know the scripts would be flipped on them. They did not know they would be competing against. It would be 25 guys competing for the attention of 1 out of 4, and we don't know which 4. We really don't get to pick which one, but they picking us. The guys were just kind of like placed with the ladies, and it wasn't a choice. So if you look at that, and if you can put yourself, I don't know if y'all can put yourselves in the viewpoint of them, but just like as a cast member, I'm trying to look at it from that point of view. You're good for what it is, but you might not have been the best choice if I could have selected from 10 women. So Cam just gives me, you good for what it is, but there might be other options out there that I'm better
Got
yoked
you.
with.
Okay.
And that's what he
Okay.
gives me. And I think like it's hard because I think like some of the guys are still actively living in that moment. Like, is there some more in the back? Like every episode of Ready to
Okay,
Love,
Andy.
we be like, is there some more in the back? Like, where the rest of them at? But in this case, I'm sure many of the guys were like, there's some more women in the back. Like,
Oops.
I mean, I don't mean that in any shade towards the women,
No,
but I
I
mean,
got you.
we have some like 4 very strong personality women, and they're all very different, but it's but I mean, and yeah, I'm sorry I can't see your comments because I'm on my phone. So
Well,
if
I'm
there's
popping them up just so you can
anything,
see it.
okay.
You should be able to see it though. But let me ask you about the reunion because it was only a little bit of drama. Of course, obviously between Zadia and Cherise brought the same thing over again, and even with Tamika calling Zadia a liar was crazy. So you missed that part. Me and Lee kind of got into that. I wanted to hear your opinion about all of that, about how Cherise was kind of
Oh,
not letting Zadia talk, just all of
I
it.
didn't see any of
Oh,
that.
okay,
Who
okay.
called who
Oh,
a
well.
liar?
Tamika. Well, she didn't call a lie. Let me rephrase that. I'm sorry. I don't want people. She said, "Why did you lie?" Both the hosts asked Zadia, "Why did you lie?" Well,
Oh,
remember the whole
about
thing.
being
So
outside.
yes, and she had finally admitted, and she said she was actually with Cam.
We
Whatever
knew
doing in the
that.
part, right? But I'm just saying, she admitted it and said it, and she asked why she lied. So I want you, since you know that, and then they had a little back and forth. Sharice would not let Zadia speak. She kind of got into it with Ashley because as she kind of said, "Y'all are bullying me," and Ashley Vanessa said, "No, we weren't bullying you. We was no." But I think Sharice got overwhelmed and frustrated and got upset, and she just took it out on everybody. So that's the whole kind of 5 minute spiel there.
Well, I didn't see that, so I'm not gonna speak on that.
Okay. But on the part about the liar part, do you want to speak on that part?
Well, I mean, that's a question that didn't have to be. I mean, why did you deceive us? Yes. Why, like what was the thinking behind it? But we all knew where she was and who she was with. Like,
Mm-mm.
but I mean, it did cause that's what shifted the dynamic between Sharice and Zadia was based on that. And then the ladies just never really fully recovered. The 2 ladies never really recovered in their friendship as much because of that. So I think if anything, that impacted their friendship because she wasn't honest and tried to make it like it was all Sharice imagined stuff and just trying to lie on her. If you want to look at it from that way.
Mm-hmm. Amanda, no, I'm not saying that Cam is a horrible guy or anything like that. The reason why I said I don't understand why she chose him is because of the things that he said to her the day before. Well, I'm not gonna say day before. I know it's editing, but the last episode that we saw, in previous episodes, he pretty much was kind of like, I feel like letting her down easy, sort of, kind of. And if he's not there for TV, yeah, I do believe he cared about her, but he just did not have the time, and he was very vocal how he felt. So I feel like, why would you choose him if you were so ready to go in? Like, Zadi wants to be in love, and I just think Cam was not, at the time of filming, wasn't ready for it. So that's not had nothing to do with him not being a good guy. I think Cam was a great guy. I just felt like that he should not have been on the show. I don't know why he was on a dating show. He didn't have time for love. That's just how I feel about that.
He had time for love. I'm gonna push back against that, Kamisha. He had he had time for love, because what we did see was him constantly making the time to be with Zadia. I just don't think. Oh, I don't want to say it like as a negative against Zadia. I mean it like from a different perspective. You know what I mean? I just don't think that's his first pick if he could have had other options. He seems like a guy from what we're seeing that if you're definite about this person, you gonna make the move, you gonna make that jump, right? If you're not sure and you want to kind of still date around, you're gonna say, "Hey, can we be friends? Let's see where we go. Let's play it." You know what they say, like let's drag it on, like let's play it by ear. Let's go with the flow. That is, I'm still need to date around because I'm not convinced that you're it.
Okay, well, maybe, okay, let me say it this way. I'll say, because he said it. I do believe that he had time. You ain't time for something that you want. What I'm saying is, I feel like that Cam kept saying it over and over and over to make me think you do not want this girl because you make time for what you want. You've done it in the show and during the show. So why you keep saying to her constantly throughout the whole entire season, I don't have time. Maybe he's saying the time that she wants. That's the part I'm, kind
I
of.
agree. I agree with you. I think that when somebody does that, that's them telling you indirectly, lower your expectations for my role in this relationship with you.
Okay. Yes. And it's unfortunate because I really feel like that somebody else could have came in. Whether they went off to the sunset, we know how this stuff goes. There's not no guarantee, like in real life dating. But I just think, I don't know. I just think it might have been a different outcome if she would have tried with someone else besides Cam. She didn't give any other guy any opportunities this whole entire season. She would even talk crap on the date. Well, the whole time thinking about Cam anyway. She didn't want anyone else. So regardless of how that situation went down, I just wish she would have looked at other guys. But there was some good, nice looking guys and some nice gentlemen on there that was interested in her. And she wasn't giving them time. She even had that one guy where she was like, "Oh, he's just like Cam, same credentials, but still a different person." So she should have took time to get to know him. Y'all might have clicked and you don't even know it, but you didn't give it a chance. That's just my opinion on that. So, I like the way Cerise dated. Cerise dated, she had intentions to me in mind when she was dating and when she was moving on the show. And she didn't want him, she didn't want him. And she was very vocal about it to the point where Tamika was like, let's scrap that and start all over again. I love the way Sharice was dating on this season.
Absolutely. And if you
I'll give her
notice,
that.
yeah, and if you notice, she was intentionally non physical or affectionate with the guys. You know what I mean? So it's
Mhm.
like take out your emotions for affection out of it and like really date with your mind first. I liked it.
That's that's why I really want to know more about, and I'm not saying I'm being nosy, but I feel like that we're missing a lot of pieces when it comes to that whole argument with her, and all of them really. I just feel like we're missing a lot because for her to get so passionate the way she did tonight, I was like, I don't get it. You didn't do all of that this season. Why at the reunion? So I would just like to know what's the missing piece with that. We probably would never know. I just know what doing reality TV, there's something missing about that. So that's unfortunate. D said I agree that it did appear that Cameron admitted that he wasn't ready for that show. He kind of said he'd be ready in a year or two. And again, to me, his honesty, I'm telling you, I admire it to be so young like that. Because young guys like that, please, they wouldn't tell you they were in that position. They'll just be with you and make you think, that you could have more. And then when they're done with you, like, oh, you know what, at this time it's too much. I don't have time. Da, da, da. But he been telling her the whole time, so I have to respect that. I do, regardless. So, Stacey B, I know you didn't watch the reunion, Mama. Did you have any final thoughts about the actual finale, the 30-minute, 2-second Kool-Aid commercial?
Did y'all talk about Ashley yet?
No, go ahead. We did a little
Like,
bit.
okay, in all fairness, y'all gave it to Cam saying he wasn't ready for this show. But let's look at Ashley. She told Donald, I'm not ready to make a move with you, but I'm ready to make a move with you.
Okay, yes. She did say that. I forgot. She did say that. Doesn't make any sense. But I mean, I feel like Ashley, she just messed up. I feel like I know we're gonna find out what DJ Stormy gonna be there. I know that other guy's gonna be there. In fact, the guy that Ashley dated on the part two, he said he didn't want to even be there. He walked off to pull the mic off. So I don't know what happened between the two of them. I think it's a lot of gray areas, a lot of things that happen on this show behind the scenes that well, remember Monique? He said he lives in New Orleans at the time that we don't know about, and it's a lot of missing gaps. And so narratives being spun about all the ladies, and I just wish we knew a little bit more. That's all I'm gonna say about that because I just feel like there's more that we're missing. Do you want to add any more about Ashley or Bernicia?
But you're telling the
Or
truth, Kamisha. I'm sorry to interrupt. You
no,
are
you're
telling
good.
the 100 absolute truth. Where was what's that boy name? What's his name? The basketball player, the other guy, Sweaty, who was he kept sweat dripping down, handsome, who dated Ashley.
Oh, I forgot his name.
Karen shucks.
I would have to go back to my old notes to find that.
Kirsten.
Oh, Kirsten, the one that gets mad. Yes,
Where was he at the reunion? Where
he's gonna
was
be he gonna be on part two. He's the one that
oh
walks off and he
so
gets
there's a
mad
part
production.
two?
Yes, he gets mad production and walks away. You'll see it in if
Okay.
you go back and watch the reunion, you'll see the clip of it at the very end.
Okay, because I just got to the beginning of the reunion and then I was like, oh, I
Right.
can't miss the laugh. All right.
Yeah, I want you to watch it so at least we can talk about it because you know people are wondering. That's why I said her not letting people speak. That's what I'm saying. I feel like there was more to that conversation that we did not see for her to do. Just all of it. Period. Her and Ashley never got into it on the show that we saw of. You know what I'm saying? Or Bernicia. For the first time, they were jumping in, and that's why I feel like what is happening. I just out the whole season, and then on the reunion, y'all get into it. It's like what's the tea? That's just how I feel about that. I do. I just feel like there's so much more to that. Um, the constant claims of being bullied while calling women to be left and right is quite rich. Oh, it was ugly. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was. I just
Who
wish
was
I
calling
knew.
people bees?
She's talking about Sharice. Sharice was really upset. I feel like she was upset when she came out. I don't know if something
Oh.
said the girl said something to him behind the scene. Maybe Zadia might have said something to her, behind before they came out or produced. I don't know. But I felt like she came in hot, like maybe something happened before. I feel like something happened before they came out, in my opinion. Something happened backstage before they came out. For her to
Well,
come in so hot like that, in my opinion.
I'll offer a commentary on my opinion next week when I get to
Okay.
watch the whole
Right.
reunion,
Right.
parts 1 and 2.
Because a lot of times when you see reunions, and even with other shows, I've talked to cast of different networks, and sometimes you'll see them come out and you don't know that they may have just heard some horrible news, or not horrible news, something they didn't know on the show right before they go to the couch. And you have it on your mind, like, bitch, you said what? As soon as the question is asked about that person, you about to go in. And that's a production, way to get drama on the show. I get that. I just like to know behind the scenes stuff because a narrative look like, girl, you look crazy. And then you find out, well, you want to know why I went off because da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? So that is just how I feel. Okay, Jamina Joe said we just got an extended 20-minute teaser last night. Wait, I looked on my own exclusive. Why did they not show the ladies seeing the reader psychic? It's a lot of stuff that we don't see. Stacey can attest to that for being on the show. I don't know why they do not show us a lot of different stuff that we would like to actually see. They pick and choose. The cast do not. They just watch it when we watch it. So they don't know what they're going to show. They just film a bunch of stuff. Stacey, is that correct?
Yes, absolutely. It's a lot that's cut out. It's a lot that's always cut out. And you think like with it just being the 4 ladies, like the focus on the 4 of them, we would see more of that.
Yes. And that's also it's just a lot of things that was kind of odd. Like I said, the whole thing, I did mention that I wanted the whole thing with like Tabari. I did feel really bad about that. I still do. I felt like the way that was just handled I don't know. Um, I just don't, I don't know. I just wish she could have gave him an opportunity, but if she didn't want him, I'm happy she did not. The whole thing walked behind me. It was a lot of things that this episode I didn't really understand. Just like Stacey said, how Ashley was like, "I'm not gonna make a move. I'm gonna make a move with you. Gonna be then when we come outside, we're gonna be friends." I don't know, girl. It was just a lot. Okay, Lee. It was just a lot that was going on. So we'll be back next week for the finale. And I think the final reunion is all the juice, the Rue gravy, what I said, Stacey, is gonna be on this next episode, and we'll get into it. And Stacey B will give her commentary on some of the things that she did not get to do today. So I do want to hear from her about a lot of things. And hopefully we'll have some responses because there's a lot of crazy things that happened that I want answers to. So, and I'm pretty sure the girls are gonna do reunions with Krista, whoever, whatever. I'm not interviewing anybody from the cast. I'm just gonna do the commentary on this show, and then if there's some interviews, we can talk about it next week. But other than that, Stacey, you want to add anything, Mama?
Oh no, sorry I was a little late, guys. I was trying to
I,
catch up.
she was watching the show. That's why I had it scheduled for till 12 so that we can watch the show. Oh yes, by the way, I will not see you guys again until it'll be 2024. So Happy New Year to everybody. Thank you for a great year, Commission Views crew. Thank you to all the new members who have joined. I did give out new memberships for the holiday season. Shout out to the crew. We'll be back next year. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.
Bye.
Oops.